Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy XIV Online with Serena Longuard. She is going to be our Gridania character. She'll take us through the beginning, what the beginning of the game looks like for a player that starts in Gridania, and she'll also take us through the Lancer quests right through for that class. The one thing I did forget is I did forget to move these things here, which I tend to usually put over in the bottom over there. I have my teleport, which I'm going to stick here. Actually, no, I'm going to stick that over one more. I'm going to grab my my return. I'm going to put that over there. And I'm going to grab my sprint. Now, I like to keep sprint on 9, but as things advance, that gets awkward. So I'm going to try and train myself to click on sprint over here. Or I could put it in here, actually. Maybe we'll put it in here. I want it somewhere easy to get to so that when I'm in a dungeon, I can click on it and we can run. This line is control and the number. This line is just the number. So I tend to like putting my sprint somewhere where it's easy to be used. For the first part, I think we can just stick it in 9 because we're not going to have that many skills. But after that, I need to retrain myself to do it. All right, without further ado, let's go and talk to Bertrand. Okay, initiating quests. I will not read through those at the moment. Because non-player characters offering quests can be recognized by the exclamation marks above their heads. Right-click on the mark to bring up the quest window. Coming to Gridania. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Gridania, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Sure thing. Well, let's do that. Another green adventurer, I presume? I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Oh yeah? Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the Carline Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you were wondering. The Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Mioun within, and she will take you in hand. I don't know if I want to be taken in hand. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. The duty list is over here on your right hand side, and it will list all the quests, or not all of them, but a number of quests here. You can choose to put quests there by ticking them in your quest book, which I'm not sure we've got yet. We do. So if I was to tick this box here, that quest would just automatically be there, but because I don't have 30 quests yet and I don't need to, I'm going to leave it unchecked. Rightio, main scenario quest. Let's go. Welcome to Gridania. Actually, I really like the coloration on this character. Collecting rewards. Upon completing a quest, you right-click the NPC with a check mark. Here we go. Well, well, what have we here? A wide-eyed and wondering young adventurer come to put your name down at the guild, I assume? Welcome. Mioun's my name, or Mother Mioun as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honour of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambition, the Guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well within our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixal and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Galilean Empire to the north, and that is to say nothing of the calamity. Even now the wounds have barely begun to heal. Ah, but I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years past, Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste when a dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon Dalamud, and rained fire upon the realm. It is this which people call the calamity. Scarcely a square mile of the Twelveswood was spared the devastation, yet despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I'm well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it is also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm. And yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to recall their faces, or call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst a blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Pray, do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you'll play your part. All that's left, then, is to conclude the business of registration. Here is a quill. Scroll your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate it if you used your real name. There is a special place in the 7th hell for those who use amusing aliases. Oh no. Strenna Longuard, And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Yes. Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gridania, nation blessed of the elementals and the bounty of the Twelveswood. The guild expects great things from you. Look at what just arrived, another goddamned adventurer. Ooh. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salve that Gridania needs. The elder Seed Seer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not. Lest you forget, it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring misunderstanding and mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here. I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the 7th hell. Welcome to Gridania, thanks. Pay that outburst no mind. He meant only to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the Twelveswood of late, you see, and the wood whalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not well know, your good self included. Fear not, however. Given a catalogue of exemplary deeds and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm to you. No more than a handful of years. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Mune to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. Alright, let's complete this quest. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You've taken the first step as an adventurer in the city of Gridania. Listen well to the wisdom of Mother Mune, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Alright. Main scenario quest and the scenario guide you'll find in your top right hand corner. The next main scenario quest is called Close to Home. You can find it on the map by looking for the little fiery symbol, and hovering over it will give you the name. You can then go and approach that character and do it. Down here, this Way of the Lancer, this is your job quest, and that's the other thing you can follow. If you're following one career path, you just can look for the Way of the Lancer quests. But guys, on that note, I am going to bid you adieu. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.